InuYasha Feudal Combat, a game that was first released in Japan on June 16, 2005, was a childhood favorite of mine. Growing up with the PS2, PS3, and later on Xbox 360, I had many options to play as a kid. Some of them are the Budokai Tenkaichi series, the Batman Arkham series, and Star Wars Kinect, but I'm here to see if the InuYasha games hold up today. If this video gets enough views, I'm going to do InuYasha Secret of the Cursed Mask next. Going through the main menu, there is a small list of options to choose from: story mode, mission mode, battle mode, practice mode, and options, of course. I will be going through each one, mainly the story, but I will go through each of them within each order of how I played them. Before we actually enter the practice mode, let me explain how combat works. In battles, you can choose to play with or without a partner. Each partner has different affinity with each other. At the bottom of the screen, there's a spirit gauge. When the spirit gauge gains a bar, you can use a special finishing move. Every character has a finishing move, but when you fully max out the bar and gain great affinity with your partner, you can use a duo finishing move. Another mechanic you'll have to learn to master this game, and one I struggled on through this playthrough, is the formation mechanic. The sigils that change, yeah, those up there. The 4 different formations you can use are wind, forest, mountain, and fire. All of these formations do different things. Fire means your partner will focus the same opponent and attack. With wind, the player's partner mimics the actions of the player. Mountain, the player's partner stays between the opponent and the player to block enemy attacks. And finally, forest. The player and the partner are always targeted at different opponents if the enemy has a partner as well. The combo system is very straightforward, very simple and light, and honestly, I'll give it to the game. It just makes it so much more fun to pick up and put down whenever you please. No matter how long you wait, you can pick the game back up and be as good as you were when you stopped. Now then, battle mode. Very simple. You can pick up a game with your friends, or AI if you're lonely like me, and duke it out to see who's better and who gets bragging rights that night. Mission mode is interesting to me. It's short and sweet and feels like an arcade fighter. It tells what it wants to tell without any wiggle room. When it's done, it's done. I don't know whether to give the game credit for making a somewhat original story within the universe or to trash on it for mischaracterizing some characters in some cutscenes and being so short. It's a 50-50 for me, honestly. Not good or bad, just there. The first chapter of this story is InuYasha's chapter. Episode 1 of this chapter has InuYasha recall everything from his backstory and some events of the manga or show, however you watched it. He monologues to himself before Kagome senses a jewel shard coming close by and we are attacked by Koga. Also, if you're wondering why there's no voices in the settings, if you disable the music, it disables cutscene voice lines for some odd reason. This fight is a basic fight that helps you get set up for future fights and chapters. It's an easy fight by all means. Is what I would say if Koga didn't wash me and leave me out to dry. Why can Koga juggle? This is a game made in 2005. We then pull off a duo finisher and take the win for our first fight. After wiping the floor with Koga, Kagura shows up and steals the Shikon jewels. InuYasha and Kagome chase after her, but are stopped by Moroku and Sango. Moroku stops us because tonight's the night of the new moon. InuYasha doesn't listen and fights his way past the both of them. And for some odd reason, Kagome is okay with this. This is what I mean by some interactions make no sense. It feels very Mortal Kombat-esque, where they would dispute over something small, beat the snot out of each other, then be okay the next second. After defeating them and apologizing to either unconscious or dead bodies, we head out to chase after Kagura again. After some searching, we find Kagura once more accompanied by Kohaku. Kagome warns us about the new moon coming back once again before the fight starts. There is no extra lose condition about the new moon coming up, so thankfully we fight her without worry.
You? Yeah! 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 Dance of the dragon! Dance of... Yeah! You? Yeah! Fight is over.
InuYasha retrieves Koga's jewel shards before smelling Kikyo's Gucci Bloom perfume and runs off. InuYasha, now as a regular human, meets Kikyo again. Kikyo wishes to defeat Naraku, but InuYasha doesn't wish for her to fight alone. They decide to fight like that will help the situation. Some domestic violence ensues, and Kikyo is defeated by InuYasha. InuYasha then promises her he will defeat Naraku. InuYasha and Kagome, after waiting some time to get his half-demon form to return, arrive while Sesshomaru is there threatening Naraku. After defeating Sesshomaru, we battle Naraku. Naraku is quite powerful with his teleportation and Senyosho bees. The environmental miasma is also dangerous. Even getting up after losing a stock, you aren't invulnerable to the miasma. But with it being so dangerous, you can kite or push enemies into the miasma for big damage. I think I get command grabbed here. I genuinely don't know what happened here. After failing to get the duo finishing move off, I sent Kagome to fight my battles for me. After finally defeating Naraku, InuYasha and Kagome have a sweet moment before we move on to Moroku and Sango's chapter. Now, Moroku and Sango's chapters start with Koga and InuYasha calling him out for being a pervert. You can choose who you play as, and you battle the two of them off in a 2v2. After defeating the two demons, Kagome and Sango uncharacteristically tell Moroku they will kill him for being a pervert. I don't remember either of them threatening his life for this in the show. After stomping Moroku down, we move on to the next fight. Kagura and Kohaku are fairly fun to fight. Kohaku has ranged command grabs, and Kagura has good range to poke her enemies. After destroying Kagura, we chase after Kohaku and meet Sesshomaru. Off topic, but couldn't Sesshomaru use Tenseiga anytime he would take a fatal blow? Would he be brought back from the brink of death? Anyways, fighting Sesshomaru now. After sicking Kilala on Sesshomaru, we made our way to Naraku's castle. As I said with the InuYasha chapter, the miasma is very dangerous. Fighting Naraku, it's best to wait for his teleports as Moroku. Use your jumping sutra to stun him. You can get a free finishing move off or a combo to push him into the miasma. After defeating Naraku once, he gets the bright idea to 2v1 us. He loses and Moroku's wind tunnel is gone. They share a sweet moment as well before Moroku is slapped. Sesshomaru's chapter was honestly my least favorite for one good reason. Anyways, the chapter starts off with Sesshomaru being mopey about Tenseiga being in his brother's hands. He slays a demon and Koga shows up for a fight. This is off script, but I feel like Koga's just here to be a punching bag for some characters' chapters. Like, it just feels weird. After defeating Koga, we decide to fight our brother's ex because that's what good brothers do, apparently. Cutting straight to the chase, Sesshomaru and Kagura team up and battle Naraku and Kohaku. For some odd reason, I find it difficult to stay out of the miasma, and only when I'm playing Sesshomaru. After what seemed to be my hardest fight yet, InuYasha appears to have a brotherly 1v1, and we easily defeat him, but he loses his Tenseiga. Now I'm making an entire section for this singular fight because I'm still salty. Why is Demon InuYasha an actual demon when it comes to combos in this game? He can just juggle you for fun and hit you on the recovering fall to make you hard knockdown. Then continue to hit you. If you want to piss off your friends in battle mode, use Demon InuYasha. After everything, it was a persistence test, and over time, I learned what I could and couldn't do around him. After finally defeating Demon InuYasha, Sesshomaru understands why InuYasha needs Tenseiga and leaves him alone. Now, Shippo's chapter is my favorite chapter out of all of them. The hardest fight is fighting Koga, and he's the second out of the third fight Shippo has. The story with Shippo's chapter is that he's dreaming and is having a dream of becoming the strongest demon. Sesshomaru is the final fight and can hardly hit him because of his small hitbox. It was a fun time compared to Sesshomaru's chapter. After defeating Sesshomaru and finishing the last chapter, I unlocked Human InuYasha. With each chapter you complete without dying, you unlock a new character. So before I considered this game completed, I sat through all 3 chapters playing them until I had completed them without dying. Finishing Moroku and Sango's chapter, since I had already finished InuYasha's without dying, I unlocked Benkotsu in battle mode and mission mode. I hardly progressed this far when I was younger, so it's a nice surprise to see one of my favorite villains in this game. After unlocking Benkotsu, I went for Sesshomaru's chapter. I am so out of breath. One take. That was 20 seconds of pure unadulterated talking. Dude, I am a yapper. After some time and actually completing Sesshomaru's chapter first try, I unlocked Demon InuYasha. I tried him out in battle mode, and he is a menace with combos. I don't understand his finishing move yet. After beating the story and unlocking all the characters, I decided to finally hit up mission mode. It's a fun break from all the fighting. It has mini games for map-specific things or just character-specific attacks. It's a fun alternative to the short story mode. I kind of wish there was one more mode, like a fighting arena where you climb by battling harder and harder enemies and team matchups. It would be fun, but I'm happy with what I got in this game. That was all for me. These last 6 months have been kind of hectic, and now I'm accepted into college. So I'll try to make this style of video when I get the chance to. Smaller clip reels of me playing games with friends will still show up here. But if you want to see more from me, like and subscribe, because I'll be trying to fix my schedule. I'll try to make an effort to post a big video like this weekly or bi-weekly. This is kind of off script, but I would like to thank Chasen for commenting on one of my latest videos. Not even really latest, it was 6 months ago. I had kind of realized how long ago it's been since I've uploaded a video. I kind of just been focusing on Twitch streams or just focusing on myself. Anyways, I love you all. Don't drink and drive. See you later, alligators.